studios.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. Brought to you by
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the Special Interest Group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Monday, the first day of September 2025. Hello there and welcome to our second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC. First though, let's have a look at our top stories.
Brought to you by
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Stories tonight. President Museveni emphasizes development finance institutions in African transformation. Police warns stakeholders in the September 3rd and 24th local council nominations to adhere to the electoral guidelines. Dr. Kiza Besigye and co-accused Haji Obed Lutale failed to appear in court to stand trial. And Uganda Railways Corporation seeks 12 billion shillings to rehabilitate locomotives.
Brought to you by
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Hello there and welcome once again. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. On sign language, it is Senyomo Yusuf and I am Rukidi Kiijanangooma. President Museveni has emphasized the central role of development finance institutions in Africa's transformation, urging planners and financiers to strike a careful balance between infrastructure spending and results-generating projects that draw millions of Ugandans into the money economy. The President, accompanied by the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, was opening the inaugural Uganda Development Finance Summit at the Commonwealth Resort Hotel, Munyonyo.
The two-day conference hosted by Uganda Development Bank has brought together policymakers, government leaders, development financiers, the private sector and international partners to deliberate on how development finance can accelerate Africa's social and economic transformation. The President argued that national planners must carefully balance investments that yield immediate productivity with those that merely provide utility without addressing structural poverty.
From the beginning, I could see that relying on the private sector to be the one to bring money to deal with wealth creation after you have dealt a bit with infrastructure was not correct. There was a mistake there. Because your own people did not have the savings, and they were not even saving. Even when they have money, they squander it.
The President also faulted post-independence technocrats for directing resources to social infrastructure like schools and health centers, while neglecting fundamental economic enablers like electricity and the railways.
At the beginning, I said we need a UDB, we need an Ojangore Banang. We need a UDB, we need a government institution which is not looking for profit, to keep giving some capital, not only for infrastructure, but even for wealth creation. You know the wealth of Uganda.
Turning to the broader continental context, President Yoweri Museveni stressed that successful cities and industries need not only cheap money, electricity, and transport, but also markets. At the same summit, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Honorable Matia Kasaija, said the event came at a timely moment for Uganda and Africa.
Africa has immense potential and is poised to grow faster than most regions of the world. According to the World Economic Forum, 5 of the 10 fastest growing economies globally are in Africa. In 2024, while the world economy grew at 2.7% and advanced economies at 1.7%, Sub-Saharan Africa grew at 4.1%, and Uganda achieved 6.0 growth rate.
Dr. Patricia Ojangole, the managing director of UDB, underscored that national development banks are central to building resilient and inclusive financial systems. Dr. Ojangole noted that while commercial banks channel 45% of credit to non-productive sectors like real estate, UDB directs over 80% to agriculture, manufacturing, energy, water for production, education, and health. Dennis Igor for UBC.
Thanks, Dennis, for that story there. Police have called upon all stakeholders involved in the upcoming local council nominations to adhere to the electoral guidelines. The Electoral Commission has scheduled the nomination of local government leaders to take place between September 3rd and 24th, 2025. Prospective candidates have been cautioned against actions that may undermine public order during the nomination process.
As the political environment intensifies ahead of the electoral process, police have urged political stakeholders to adhere to established guidelines aimed at maintaining public order. Starting September 3rd, candidates vying for various positions in local government will begin nominations as scheduled by the Electoral Commission.
If they are saying, come with verified papers, you come with verified papers. They should not be forged. Don't come with adulterated documents, because you certainly become a police client in one way or the other. And some of these things emerge. Even previous elections, you must have seen that. You find somebody does not have the right qualifications. Then when he is disorganized, he wants to bring his fights to the streets.
Police have put in place standard operating procedures for candidates traveling to district nomination centers. All candidates are expected to observe traffic regulation, and territorial police commanders are directed to ensure public order.
You are not alone. For instance, the road, you are not the only road user. There are many others. If you have an urgent business to go and be nominated, others also have other businesses. People are going to hospital. People are going for other trades. People are going to look for food. So we don't want you to disrupt public order in the name of going to get nominated.
Police intend to deploy more field officers to minimize crowds and handle security breaches on different routes heading to nomination centers. In Arua, police have arrested 6 suspected Congolese nationals involved in smuggling counterfeit dollars valued at US dollars 300,000 and marijuana.
They were found with the US dollar counterfeit suspected worth 300,000 and in bundles of 100,000. So the suspects include Minike Dudu, Mumbere Asiha.
Meanwhile, police in Kampala Metropolitan is investigating the matter of assault and robbery of the NRM mobilizer known as Full Figure.
Whoever she accuses of having assaulted her, we shall treat him or her the way we treat suspects in those offenses. We shall bring you to the police station to have an explanation against the allegations brought against you.
Police have denied having any cases against Full Figure. Those accusing her of abusive behavior are tasked to provide evidence for appropriate action.
If there are people out there who have cases against her, police stations are open. When police stations don't help you, they have their supervisors, right up to the Inspector General of Police, who is the fountain at the command. Is at the highest level of command of the police force.
The alleged assault of socialite and political figure Full Figure has stirred public debate, particularly on social media. While some accuse her of being abusive and disrespectful, others are criticizing security forces for allegedly ignoring the public concern regarding her behavior. Komagum Rogers and Abdul Nasir Wama for UBC.
Colonel retired Dr. Kizza Besigye and Haji Obed Lutale have declined to appear in court to stand trial on allegations that they cannot stand before the presiding judge in this matter, Judge Emmanuel Baguma. Although the hearing of the case of treason and misprision of treason was set for today, the accused Dr. Kizza Besigye and Haji Obed Lutale were not in court, although co-accused Captain Olalo Dennis appeared in court.
A High Court judge, Judge Emmanuel Baguma, has dismissed a bail application by retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye and his colleague Haji Obed Lutale on grounds that the applicants have not clocked the mandatory remand period of 180 days to be released on a mandatory bail as per Article 23(6)(c) of the Constitution of Uganda. Court was also of the view that there is no evidence before court that indicates that the accused were remanded on 20th November 2024 by the General Court Martial as they allege, since on the court records it shows that they were remanded by Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court on 21st February 2025 after being charged afresh.
Now we are asking him, at the time when he was in Luzira under the remand warrant of the General Court Martial, what was his status in Luzira? Because Luzira is a remand prison. Can only be there either when you are remand or a convict.
Judge Baguma was also of the view that the applicants failed to present evidence that there were proceedings in the alleged General Court Martial, to which court cannot rely on hearsay by the applicants. Court added that although this is in public domain, that the accused were arrested and remanded by the General Court Martial, court cannot rely on this without evidence, and that in doing so, it would amount court to ascending into the arena of the case and gathering evidence which is not legally presented before court. Although the applicants preferred their application on the case of Twesigye Enoch versus Uganda, alleging similar facts concerning the mandatory bail, court was of the view that the facts in this case were different from the applicant's application, since the accused were remanded by a civilian court, not the General Court Martial as they allege.
The second bail application was now allocated to Justice Emmanuel Baguma. Now that to go back in court, we said no, let it now go to a different judge so that we can see if it's possible to get justice from a different judge.
Judge Baguma also based his reasoning that since the accused were already committed to the High Court, therefore it's prudent for them to concentrate on the main suit rather than filing bail applications.
He's interpreting the law mechanically and for a purpose, for a reason, because he wanted to circumvent the provisions of Article 23. So we take exception to this. We are aggrieved, we are appalled, and we do not accept this decision.
With this, he directed the Deputy Registrar in charge of this court to immediately fix the main case for hearing. Retired Colonel Dr. Kizabe Sije and Hajobedi Lutale filed their application basing their grounds under Article 23(6)(c) that allows any person who has spent 80 days without being committed to High Court for the trial on criminal offences to be released on a mandatory bail. Retired Colonel Dr. Kizabe Sije, Hajobedi Lutale, and Captain Oraru Dennis are accused of treason and misprision of treason, which offences prosecution alleges that were committed in Kenya, Uganda, Greece, Switzerland, among other places. This case was transferred to the civil court following a Supreme Court decision that barred the General Court Martial from trying civilian cases. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nansubuga, UBC News.
Now, Uganda, renowned for its refugee hospitality, is once again in the global spotlight. With nearly 2 million refugees, the country faces growing pressure to maintain its open-door policy. Tonight, we examine Uganda's evolving refugee landscape, drafting of a new national policy, and the return of a major development initiative, DRDIP2. Henry Okrot reports.
From Bidibidi to Kiijanangooma refugee settlements reflect both resilience and strain. By mid-2025, Uganda is hosting over 1.93 million refugees, mainly from South Sudan, Sudan and the DRC. Funding cuts have forced aid agencies to reduce food rations and essential services.
Is Uganda still committed to the open-door policy? And the answer is yes. The challenge right now on the table is funding is reducing. So what needs to be done is we have to look at other approaches.
But government is drafting a new refugee policy to balance humanitarian needs with national interests.
This time we are going to look at it and see how much more can we sacrifice and see how to improve on the refugee management in our country. I think most of it will be discussed and therefore new ideas will come, particularly from those members of parliament who come from refugee hosting areas. They see the impact of refugees in their areas.
This comes alongside the introduction of DRDIP2, a $278 million initiative targeting 3.5 million Ugandans in refugee hosting districts.
This new phase of Dr. Deep, we are going to further expand on the services that we had started to do, which are not yet complete. We expect this time now to extend services like electricity into those settlements and to our people also, to the population around, so that whatever they can now use modern means of processing food and of doing the rest of it, of lighting, and perhaps also reduce on the destruction of the environment.
Since the 1940s, Uganda has hosted Polish refugees fleeing Nazi Europe and later displaced populations from Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi and Congo.
If we still have conflicts going on in the neighboring countries, we will definitely receive refugees. So that is something that we don't even need to discuss.
Uganda is Africa's top refugee hosting nation, involving over 13 districts.
National Unity Platform (NUP) members who missed out on receiving party cards gathered at the party headquarters in Makerere, Kavule, demanding an explanation from the committee chairperson about the process of issuing the cards. According to Aisha Kabanda, who chairs the committee responsible for handling complaints, the corrected list of candidates will be released tonight at midnight.
Tensions in the National Unity Platform card issuance process have escalated after some candidates who failed to appear on the official party list stormed the party headquarters in Makerere, Kavule, demanding an explanation from party officials.
Kubanga kadi yange nze abadde incumbent okubanga bajinzigyeko ng'ate nze nina ground ate sirabangako we bajja kola ki.
Ne ntunudde ku mikutu nga teri kiriyo. So nsaba bwenkanya siri mu kuba kibiina oba kirwanyisa.
The aggrieved members were initially blocked from entering the party offices to meet the officials. They told the media that they have responded to all vetting questions during the process, despite being left out.
Nze nkulira NUP mu kitundu mwenva oba mu kituufu kye nalemereddwa okufunamu kaadi. Nze nkulira NUP kye kisooka. Nze nkulira recruitment.
Okwekanga nga kaadi bagiwadde omuntu atabeerangako ground ey'akajoobuzi.
They further complained that some of them had been wrongly placed in constituencies that do not belong to them.
Banga kiwa omwaganya abaagala okukola ebyabwe okukyusakyusa ebintu kuba n'ebintu ebimu babikyusiza abantu abamu babatadde mu bifo ebitali byabwe ono bamutadde eri oli bamutadde eri.
Others claimed that although they were unopposed during the vetting process, their names were missing from the final list of card holders.
Bingi kati nga bannamawulire bannange bamubimbuuza ne ku ground badde nga babimbuuza so nga ate bwe ngenda ku ground baŋŋamba gwe kasito tuleetera kaadi ate bwe natuuse ku kitebe okufuna kaadi baŋŋambye nti baagala ground.
After mounting pressure, they were later allowed inside and held a meeting with party officials.
Yeri agaana muntu kuyingira mu kitebe leero kye tubadde tugambye nti complaints zaaweddeyo olunaku lwajjo.
NUP Secretary General David Louis Rubongoya explained that several aspirants contested for a single seat and that cards could only be issued to one person.
Omuntu ndi musanyufu nti system yaffe kati ku mulundi guno ate complaints ze twakafuna ezakajja ku kakiiko akateereddwako ntonoko okusinga ezajja ku mulundi guli.
He denied claims that the committee failed to reach the grassroots.
Tuba twagala bujulizi oli bwagamba nti yawaayo ssente nti oba baagulirira aleeta obujulizi tebagenda kujja nga bakweyanjulire babeere ne badge nti fe abaze kukola vetting ground survey kubanga awo kiba kitegeeza nti oli agenda katukirira oba babawe ssente oba bakole ki.
Committee member Aisha Kabanda, who chairs the complaints desk, said they are handling the grievances case by case and acknowledged that some mistakes could have occurred.
Singa tebayo alese bujulizi tebyandikyuse naawe mulaba nga tuga nti mune bijja okukyuka nga abantu babalese obujulizi bulungi akawungezi ka leero results leero wezinaweerera saa mukaaga nga tulina formal lists buli district.
Cayenne, Faith, Jamil Sekaja, for ABC.
A Forum for Democratic Change has started a mobilization and recruitment drive and are discussing with several members from other parties who did not succeed in their previous electoral bids, particularly in Buganda, Busoga and Western regions. FDC Deputy Secretary for Publication and Documentation, Mulindwa Walid Lubega, has welcomed some members who have defected from People's Progressive Party, Alliance for National Transformation and People's Front for Freedom to the Forum for Democratic Change Party.
The homecoming event for Forum for Democratic Change Party presidential flag bearer Nathan Nandalamafabi in Bali City at Cricket Grounds last weekend saw about 160 National Resistance Movement Party members join the Forum for Democratic Change Party, which according to the leadership of the party indicated growing support for the candidate.
From Bali and Budaka, they express their interest in joining the party. The candidature of the Honorable Nathan Nandalamafabi has created vibe. The level of intensity has grown high, courtesy of the candidature of Honorable Nathan Nandalamafabi.
Forum for Democratic Change Party launched a mobilization and recruitment drive through which 3 former NRM parliamentary aspirants joined. Some members from other political parties have joined FDC.
As a party, we are in serious conversation with several national unity platform, national resistance movement, and other political party leaders, members, parliamentary and local government candidates who didn't succeed in their previous electoral bids.
A critical analysis of most of the political parties in Uganda, but I saw that FDC is the party with a good mission and a vision of liberating our nation.
It is a national party where you'll be comfortable, whether you're coming from the east, north, or west. FDC has a national image. FDC is a party where they practice democracy.
Decided to rejoin FDC because I thought in FDC we can liberate Uganda.
Meanwhile, the party has unveiled their aspiring candidate for the Lord Mayor in Kampala in the 2026 general elections, Ibrahim Kasozi. He introduced the team of councillors he plans to work with from all the 5 divisions of Kampala, who are all contesting on the FDC ticket.
Uganda, one people, one people, one Uganda.
Abidi Mariam,
one Uganda,
one people,
one people,
one Uganda.
My candidature is grounded in the belief that when the residents are heard, when markets are supported, and when our streets are safe, Kampala thrives at all.
I'm Nafka Farida, in Kiijanangooma.
The General Secretary of Patriotic League of Uganda, Rukidi Kiijanangooma, has urged opposition and NRM members that did not go through in their party vetting exercise to join the Patriotic League of Uganda. He was announcing PLU activities that will commence mobilization for the NRM party chairman for the 2026 general elections.
The Patriotic League of Uganda has announced plans and activities prioritizing mobilizing for the NRM party chairman in securing 82% of votes in the 2026 general elections. The Secretary General, Rukidi Kiijanangooma, emphasizes PLU's commitment to NRM.
We shall have 8 people at every level. We have 8 at a sub-region, we have 8 at a district, we have 8 at a sub-county, and these are going to be our focal persons in that area. A village, parish, sub-county. And these are going to be in charge of the mobilization for the president, because he's already a flag bearer for the national resistance movement, and we agreed to work together with the national resistance movement. And the mission for General Kainerugaba is to make sure that the president gets 80%.
Kabanda hailed some of the PLU members who scooped positions on the NRM Central Executive Committee.
Some of them are members that we appointed, like Honorable Kasoro. Others are members that have been moving with us. We already have 60% in the Central Executive Committee of NRM.
Rukidi Kiijanangooma called upon the opposition members that did not succeed in their party vetting exercise to join PLU.
We have people who are also not satisfied with the selection, the vetting process of the National Unity Platform. We are going to engage them to make sure that they come to the Patriotic League of Uganda, and eventually maybe they can join NRM. So Patriotic League of Uganda is not only for NRM. Patriotic League of Uganda cuts across. It goes to all political parties. It goes to DP. We have members of NUP, members of parliament who are in Patriotic League of Uganda.
Lydia Chomkama and Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
The Democratic Front has announced a surge of aspiring candidates in electable positions across the country as the national nominations deadline approaches. Senior party officials told the media that over 1,500 individuals have returned expression of interest forms, and the party is committed to an open and free for discrimination nomination process.
The Democratic Front has received an overwhelming number of aspirants seeking party endorsement ahead of the national elections.
UDF is the fastest growing party. It is the fastest with a high number of candidates, a high number of officers, and we would like to do quite a lot preceding the election.
Over 1,500 people have so far returned expression of interest forms across all levels of leadership, including 32 for chairperson positions in PG, Butambala and Gomba districts.
Of the 1,520, 168 people have picked
I've returned expression of interest for Member of Parliament.
The chairperson of the DF Electoral Commission, Henry Lubowa, says the party is recruiting and vetting candidates including for parliamentary, local government and municipal elections.
Acholi is on board, West Nile is on board, Lango is on board, and many parts of the country.
We are going to be nominating candidates every minute, and as the Electoral Commission, we are very, very ready. Even if you have 5 minutes to close of nominations, we shall nominate.
He says the Democratic Front's nomination process is open, inclusive and non-discriminatory.
Those who have been rejected in those political parties, those people wanting to exterminate our political cream, we shall defend, we shall give them room for them to survive politically and be made further. So I would want to welcome all those people who feel rejected for no good reason, unfairly or rigged out. Come to the DF. We need to create a new country that can speak to each other.
The party internal nomination process will conclude together with the national nomination deadline set by the Electoral Commission. Cayenne Faith, Regan Ahumuza, for ABC.
State Minister for Water and Environment, also Kalungu District Woman Member of Parliament, Aisha Sechindi, has organized Buganda for Museveni in Kalungu District. The initiative mobilizes support for President Yoweri Museveni for the upcoming 2026 general elections.
During the 2021 elections, President Yoweri Museveni and the ruling NRM party recorded low results in Buganda region. Analysts say this setback has implications on the party in relation to the opposition's growing influence in central Uganda. The Buganda for Museveni groups was introduced by Buganda caucus MPs as a political mobilization platform to rebuild NRM's support and re-establish the president's presence in the region. Honorable Aisha Sechindi, while addressing her supporters, emphasized the importance of unity and strategic organization ahead of 2026.
I'm so grateful today because we are going to express and inform the community the projects and programs that the government has done for people of Kalungu. All leaders at different levels, when they do some projects on behalf of government, they don't go ahead to interpret and explain to people where those projects came from. And then at the end, we just leave His Excellency, the President of Uganda, that has done nothing.
She noted that Buganda remains a key region in national politics and that strengthening NRM support base there will be vital to securing President Museveni's re-election.
The attendance is good, so we are expecting that even some other ministers and MPs, they are coming to witness and confirm what we are telling, especially the ministers, because in these meetings, when we go outside to explain to these people, it's the ministers that explain what is in that line ministry, what it has done for them in that particular district. Today, I'm so grateful because it is in my district.
Haruna Kasoro, the State Minister for Microfinance, who was also the chief guest on this event. Political observers say the launch of Buganda for Museveni reflects a renewed effort by NRM loyalists to reclaim ground lost in previous elections and counter opposition momentum in central Uganda.
It is not about listening and we keep quiet. We listen, we receive those issues, and then we go back to Kampala and we resolve them instantly.
So we think that at one point, we must put our differences behind and we move for the best interests of Buganda.
The event attracted local leaders, party mobilizers and community members who pledged to work towards increasing NRM's visibility and political dominancy in Buganda.
Majorly, we are trying to re-energize the party and the support of the president.
We accept that in this generation, the NRM party is going to win.
Story compiled by Kenneth Tanaba for UBC News.
To Lira now, where over 400 children have been operated upon at the ongoing pediatric surgical camp at Lira Regional Referral Hospital. The camp targets children from birth up to 19 years of age. Eddie Olua reports.
The two-week surgical camp at Lira Regional Referral Hospital is addressing a wide range of childhood conditions from hernia and undescended testicles to anal malfunctions and other congenital defects. So far, more than 2,000 children with the birth defects have been screened.
We have been able to work on about 400 babies already. And this is a big number that in the beginning when we were planning, we thought we would not reach that number. But in just 1 week, we are at 400. After 2 weeks, we should be able to work on 600 babies. But the way it looks at the moment, I think we are going to go past the 600 mark.
A pediatric surgeon, Dr. Charles Newton-Odon, explains that while the camp was primarily set up to handle hernia and hydrocele, no child is being turned away.
Because of the high demand, we come a little bit early. Like at 6, we're already here, and we leave this place at 10 p.m. because there are so many things, even beyond surgery. You have to talk to the mothers of the patients. You have to keep receiving their phone calls.
The initiative is supported by Love Without Boundaries Uganda.
This team here is not enough, I would say, because of the need. So because we have about 8-10 surgeons that are on the table, which is literally not enough.
For mothers, each successful operation represents a fresh start for their children and a renewed hope for the future.
Private clinic, can
They have given the help, 2 of them, and now I'm very happy for them.
But with a limited space, scarce resources, and only a handful of pediatric surgeons, the hospital management is appealing for support to sustain the gain.
We have brought this out that there is great need to establish a pediatric surgical unit within the hospital.
The 2-week camp initially targeted 600 surgeries, but within the first week, more than 2,000 children have already been screened. Eddie Olua, UBC News.
We'll now take a short break, but return with the latest in business.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nevi yakabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply. MTN. MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here, in the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey, in the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the pearl of Africa.
Entertainment Group together with MTN present Alive in the Park, the big party on the 12th of September at the Millennium Park, Lugogo. This year's Family Fun Park Festival features performances by Pompey, Esther Chungu, Teresa Pondo, and your top Ugandan gospel artists. Tickets are 30k ordinary, 70k VIP, and 150k for VVIP.
What of the early bird?
Alibad tickets are available at 20k ordinary and 50k VIP for a limited time. Gates open at 12 p.m. To buy your ticket, dial *165 *20# and buy your ticket from MTN Momo. Alive in the Park is powered by Uganda Airlines, Safe Border, Cooksy Ice Cream, Kampala Serena Hotel, Zeti Inubia, and
MTN. Together, we're unstoppable.
Honorable Fred Biamukama, Minister of State for Works and Transport in charge of transport, invites you to the second phase of the 4-acre model campaign in Greater Bunyoro Sub-Region. The event will take place at Nalweyo Primary School Playground, Behimba Road, on Saturday, 20th September 2025 at 10 a.m. and will be graced by His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. All residents, civil servants, and leaders from the districts that make up Greater Hoima, Greater Masindi, Greater Chibale, and neighboring areas are encouraged to attend in large numbers. This initiative, led by the President, aims to bring ordinary people into the money economy by showcasing farmers who have succeeded in the 1-acre model, 2-acre model, 3-acre model, and 4-acre model. Join local leaders and residents in learning how small land can be used to enhance food security and socio-economic growth. Don't miss this opportunity to witness the transformative impact on local communities.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Welcome back, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. Time now for us to have a look at the latest in business. The Local Government Finance Commission has called for stronger collaboration at central and local government levels to ensure that agricultural innovations reach farmers across all districts. This was during the budget negotiations process for fiscal year 2026-2027 for the Agro-industrialization program, where the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries is the lead implementer. Marinam Kose reports.
The Agro-industrialization program is designed to increase production and productivity, improve post-harvest handling and storage, enhance value addition and expand market access. Officials say increased funding will improve farmer incomes and strengthen Uganda's competitiveness in regional and global markets.
The number of extension workers that have no transport equipment, and given how much is available under the grants, the local government cannot procure more than 4 motorcycles in the financial year, assuming they prioritize that. Therefore, we are proposing that the MOFPED, if it enhances the 20 billion grant, at least and gives us an additional 20 billion for extension, at least the local government can afford at least 6 motorcycles a financial year.
So, for now, as we stand, yes, we can talk about the demonstrations, but even during assessment, the performance assessment by the Office of the Prime Minister, that is one area where I'm very sure many districts will score 0, simply because the resources really cannot support the local governments to establish functional demonstrations.
The Local Government Finance Commission called for stronger collaboration at local government levels and linking ministries to ensure innovations developed by NARO are rolled out to farmers.
The program leaders are therefore employed to promote implementation of the agreed positions for improved service delivery, financing in their program working groups to ensure that they are supported, to implement them where applicable.
So we have tasked those who are concerned, the ministry, NARO and local governments, to strengthen their working together such that the new technologies produced by NARO is communicated through the ZADIs.
Commissioner Crop Protection says ongoing revision of the Plant Protection and Agricultural Chemicals Act will impose stricter penalties on offenders in counterfeit, poor quality seeds, pesticides and fertilizers on the market.
So all of this together, we shall also be facilitating our regional centers so that centrally we work on what we call referral issues, and in the regions we have competent laboratories that are handling issues at region, district and lower local governments.
Abe Seguya, a principal planner at NARO, urged local governments to adopt and promote NARO's technologies through farmer demonstrations and trainings.
We're on top of this, so I encourage my counterparts in the local government to come and we join hands, we do demonstrations, we do exhibitions, we do farmer training, we do farmer mobilization, so that they take these technologies for the betterment of their income and also food security.
Marinam Kose, Robert Katamba, UBC News.
Uganda Railways Corporation is in dire need of at least 12 billion shillings from government to rehabilitate its aging fleet of locomotives. During a high-level meeting with the top management of Kenya Railways Corporation in Kampala, URC Managing Director Benon Kajuna revealed that limited resources have constrained their operations. Currently, the corporation transports over 290,000 tons of cargo annually, far below its 2 million tons target.
The discussions between Uganda Railways Corporation and Kenya Railways Corporation chief executives focused on boosting efficiency, reducing cargo congestion at Malaba border, and ensuring seamless movement of cargo to and from the port of Mombasa in Kenya.
We have been having challenges of the cargo delaying to cross at Maraba, but today we have discussed strategies on how that will be handled. Now wagons will be moving freely from Uganda to Kenya, wagons will be moving freely from Kenya to Uganda, as has been the case. And the teams have been tasked to make sure that they put in place strategies to make sure that that one is expedited.
For you to reach Rwanda, for you to go to southern Sudan, and for you to distribute cargo even downwards, you need Kampala. It is our central point of distribution to the rest of the hinterland countries. We are seriously working on this to make sure that we improve on the efficiency of the meter gauge line so that we serve our customers effectively.
Also in attendance was DEFCI Group Managing Director Kaushik Pandit, whose steel rolling mills are set for groundbreaking this October in Tororo district. He engaged the two corporations on how best his operations can be supported by the rail transport.
So we will have a railway sliding inside the Tororo plant to distribute all our steel products, whether it is to do with Bale, to do with Kampala, or anywhere in the country.
Despite Uganda's strategic location as a transit route between the Kenyan coast and other landlocked countries in the region, the lack of efficient railway services remains a major challenge.
Out of the 4 main locomotives which we have, they are not efficient, they are not available, they are not reliable, and that's what I said, we really need government support immediately to Uganda Railways Corporation to be able, 1, to procure the spare parts which are needed, 2, to do the servicing of these locomotives, 3, to have the tools available, and 4, to have people and staff trained to maintain these locomotives.
According to Uganda Railways Corporation, breaking even would require at least 20 locomotives and more than 600 wagons. Officials note that increased investment in rail transport will not only improve competitiveness for both countries, but also lower the overall cost of doing business.
As you know, railway systems are not meant to just make money. They are meant to grow and spur the economic growth of the countries.
Sugarcane farmers in Buganda and Busoga want leaders who were put on the Sugar Council to represent them be removed. Farmers say despite a trade ministry asking them to elect leaders to sit on the council as requested, new ones were imposed on them, as we hear in this story.
The Trade Ministry tasked sugarcane farmers in Busoga, Central, West and North to elect leaders on the Sugar Council, which self-regulates the sector. 4 farmers represent the farmers' interests on the council.
After the President consenting to the act or the sugar bill, then it provided for 4 farmers to be represented or to represent on the council for farmers' interests.
Busoga and Central sugarcane farmers say the leaders they elected were not considered and instead new ones imposed on them.
The minister directed us through a document that we select or we get someone from ourselves that can represent us as the Central region. So as the Central region, out of the 5 sugarcane associations and cooperatives, we 4 sat and decided on someone that is by the names of Semeo. But unfortunately, to date, we were told from some sources that that person wasn't considered. Our contestation today is the person who was nominated onto the council against our will.
Minister atandise kulonda bulonde bantu bayenda nga yekolera bibye ali ku bibye kyetulowooza nti minister alikola bubino bw'abanga alumirwa sugar industry nze ndikulowooza nti ayidayire mu atwete ebusogere ayeta abakulembeze ab'ebikaado babe nga basobola okwerondera omuntu gwe bayida okusobola okumanaginga.
The sugarcane farmers also say sugar millers companies deduct 5% trash from the farmers upon sugarcane supply, despite President Museveni halting the requirement.
The President, some days back, that was in Mayuge, he had actually ordered the minister to ensure that this issue of trash is normal. But up to now, companies are doing it. Companies are stubbornly deducting the 5%. So having had this as a law, I really think it is. I think it is actually a cheat, because it is something illegal they are doing.
Mukama waffe president amazimeteka wali sayininga naye entandika gye batandisemu dikwata si nnungamu munjogeremu bagamba volongoto.
The Sugar Council includes representatives from the Ministry of Finance, Trade Ministry, Agriculture, and representatives of millers and farmers. Crispus Adinitwe, UBC News.
The government of Uganda has allocated 500 million shillings per district through the National Teachers Cooperative Union under the Soft Loan Program. With the digitalization of the application process, the union has launched a second phase of the scheme to link teachers to alternative income opportunities. Zara Abgaba gives us more.
The outstanding loans.
Following the COVID-19 pandemic, President Yoweri Museveni supported teachers find income beyond the classroom. The move followed reports that many teachers were trapped in debts from moneylenders and commercial banks charging high interest rates. The National Teachers Sacco Walim Cooperative Union Limited allows savings and access to affordable loans.
Been mandated by government of Uganda to oversee and manage the teacher Sacco funds, where teachers will be brought on board to access soft loans to put up income generating projects.
People think it's political money. This money is not political. Those who want political money go for rallies. That's why they give political money. You'll get the t-shirts, the posters, you dance the music, you drink there, yes. But when you enter into Walim Sacco and self-initiated yourself, just know you're in business. You have paid that money at one time. They will be deducting on your salary monthly. So we expect you not to go for nugatory expenditure as a teacher. We expect you to go for ventures that can bring profits to you and you turn around your life with your family.
In the first phase, more than 8,000 teachers accessed the funds to start income-generating projects. However, there was a problem in loan repayment, fraud, and delays in loan recovery. The union has introduced a digital system linked to teachers' identity numbers, the Ministry of Finance, and their bank details, ensuring faster and more secure access to funds.
I am calling upon all the teachers out there, when you borrow from Walim, like borrowing from any other bank or any other institution, it is prudent and good for you to repay. So those who have repaid can now access more funds from Walim, because we have just been told from this meeting of the stakeholders that has involved the RDCs, the DSOs, the DOs, the CAOs, that there is a new format that is going to be used in dispersing the money.
We have come up with different measures of controlling loan default. One, we have tried to digitalize the system, whereby once we extend a loan to any teacher, the repayment is going to be automatic, that we deduct at source through public service and finance to recover this money. And two, we're also putting up another consideration where we're going to work closely with the town clerks and the CAOs and the HR to extend a reasonable loan to these teachers who are going to be having the affordability to have their monies deducted at source at district level.
Each district will now receive 500 million Uganda shillings to help teachers gain entrepreneurial skills and diversify their sources of income. Zahara Abigaba, UBC News.
And that's all we had time for. Thank you so much for having kept us company. On sign language, it has been Senyomo Yusuf and I am Rukidi Kiijanangooma, wishing you a blessed night.